Hello everyone, Bobby Barr here. Just want to carry on from my post last week regarding structural warranties with off-site modular construction building systems and things that you need to consider as a developer that may be new in this space, and even an experienced developer that's never used a modular or off-site construction system before. So we're going to look at both volumetric and hybrid systems. So volumetric first. When you decide that you want to use a volumetric solution, you'll obviously go and meet with a volumetric supplier, and they will be responsible for providing you, once you agree for them to do the job, they will provide you with a product warranty and a structural warranty that will then gain you mortgageability. Now here's the things that you need to consider and ensure that you've got the maximum and widest lending audience. Is some of the lenders now require a 12-year warranty. So if that volumetric supplier only provides a 10, then you need to get your heads together and have a chat and see how you can change and get to a 12-year warranty that will give you a wider lending audience for your resale of your end units. That's very important, because you need lenders that have got competitive rates that can give your customers good mortgage rates that will mean they ultimately buy from you in the end. The second thing you need to consider is, do you opt on the insurance for a 2-year liability or a non-liability insurance? So the 2-year liability means that the provider, the volumetric provider, will be liable for any defects in the first 2 years. If for any reason they went out of business or didn't complete the defects, you as a developer are responsible, because you're the ones who have sold the final units to your end customers. So that's something that you need to consider. Are you happy in putting all your trust in that volumetric provider and allowing for a 2-year liability period that will cost less money than a non-liability insurance that is from day one? So they're the things that you need to consider in the volumetric market. Keep your lending audience as wide as possible. It will help you to resell at the end. So hybrid providers. As a contractor developer, you'll go and you will purchase a hybrid system from a provider who will give you a product warranty, and ideally 60 years, and the same is for volumetric, gives you the widest lending audience. And then if you're a contractor, a stroke developer yourself, you will be responsible for your own 10-year structural. So it's not a problem if you were decided to opt for the 2-year liability in that position, because ultimately it's you that has to put things right if things go wrong. If you are having an external contractor do the job for you, then you have to decide, are you happy with them having a 2-year period of liability? Again, like volumetric, if they were to go out of business for any reason or would not complete the defects, it does come back to you as the developer, having sold those units. So maybe look in that situation, if you've got an external contractor to protect yourself and maybe them, is to use a non-liability insurance, which is a day one defect. Now most things on either a volumetric or a hybrid, one thing that probably isn't covered under a liability or a non-liability insurance would be water ingress for the first year. Generally, this is not covered. Some may provide that, but generally it's not covered. So that's something that you need to consider, that at least for 1 year, if you have water ingress, it will not be covered. After 1 year, it will be covered. Keep your lending audience as wide as possible. So if you have a 60-year warranty, such as a BOPAS accreditation system, then you're going to get the widest lending audience in this, what you call new modern era construction, being off-site field. And it's a very exciting space. Do your due diligence. Don't get caught out. Protect yourself in every way that you possibly can. It's important to do all that due diligence, because if anything goes wrong, it's down to you as the developer, and you do not want to be in a position where you have to go bust on a site, because you may never get to do another one again. So look out. If you need any help, make contact. More than happy to provide some consulting services to you if required. And hope this has been of some help. And thank you for listening, and have a great day, everyone.